Psychic Myths Paranormal Network.
Hi, this is Cheryl with Psychic Myths Paranormal. I started to work on a new big experiment a couple months ago. As you know, I love working with portals, tapping into new worlds, and working with new species of life. I decided to go big and use a Tier 8 portal utilizing special entities. I was on the hunt for a new world, and I found one. The problem with any portal that has not been well secured and formulated is that you can literally open up to anything, good, evil, and anything in between. A Tier 8 portal increases that chance eightfold. The world that I discovered seems to be a good one for the most part. Of course, with any experiment, different entities from the Earth plane or anywhere else from any dimension can come through as well. I decided to share this very beginning phase of this experiment with you since I haven't put out a video in a while, but I do plan to continue to study this world as long as it progresses. Nevertheless, for the beginning of a new experiment, it is quite interesting. The EVPs are quite absorbing. I spent quite some time working to open the portal. I didn't get any still pics or video footage from this particular session, but the ITC portal session produced some pretty amazing results. I only got one positive capture on my SLS, and it was all crouched down under my table. The ITC pictures showed a lot of animals, and the SLS doesn't pick up animals. This SLS meant to pick up human figures. Will you come in like a human figure? Here's an idea for the people who make ghost equipment. Design an SLS sensor that picks up animals. I was told by one of the entities that they would help me to study them. Are you willing to teach me about you, your species, and your world? Enjoy these EVPs for my first session. Can you identify yourself? You make a sensor go off? Can you make these sensors go off, please? Do you know who I am? Exorcist? Give me the name of somebody that I can try to summon in the future. How can I communicate with you clearly? How long do you live for? How long do you live? I need you to let me know that you are here. So what do you do in your world? Tell me what world you are from. What can you teach me about your world? What is your name? Where do you come from? Who can I talk to? And I have my sensors set up here. And there's one over there. Are you like a human? Are you shaped like a human? Can you sit on the chair for a minute?
In the chair.
In the chair, yes. Can you sit in my chair? It was nearing the end of the experiment. Things were slowing down and I was getting tired. I said, ah. The spirit remarked, let's just end that. Guess they knew I was going to end the experiment. What is your species called? Are any of your people here on Earth with me? The town that was mentioned in the last EVP by the entity was a town I used to live in several years ago. Are you located somewhere in my room, or are you still coming through from wherever you are, like in your dimension? Are you making my camera power, not power? Can you give me coordinates to program into a mirror to come to your world directly? Is anyone from your world living here on my planet? Walk across the camera? Said you were sitting in my chair. I was taking pictures and looking at one of them when I got this EVP. Where are you located in my room? What is your species called? This next set of EVPs came from the day after the experiment. I tried to do a follow-up, which I always do. So a few more. Enjoy these. Are most of the spirits that came through that night, are these from a particular world? Was that a parallel Earth that I tapped into? Here's the only positive SLS capture I received. It was under my table where I had some of my equipment set up. It was all crouched down. Here are the level 8 portal pictures that came out. It is interesting to note that while I allow the elemental medium to channel where the portal is opened, I take the actual pictures in my kitchen where I have the proper lighting set up. This explains the EVP response from earlier when I asked the entity where they were and they replied that they were in the kitchen. Sephiroth is an English translation for Sephirot from the Kabbalah, which is an esoteric method, discipline, and school of thought in Jewish mysticism. Sephirot are the 10 attributes or emanations through which Ein Sof, the Infinite, reveals himself and continuously creates both the physical realm and the chain of higher metaphysical realms. The first 10 numerals as attributes and emanations of the deity, compared to rays of light and identified with scripture names of God. By the Sephiroth, the first and highest of 4 worlds was said to be formed. Hebrew or Ein Sof, limitless light, light without end. And you can read the names of the Sephiroth. Just pause the video here and go back when you're ready. I always summon back some of the entities that come out on the ITC because I like to try to question them. Sometimes I get some pretty good answers. So here are the EVPs from that session. What kind of animal am I looking at in this picture here? A creature. Yeah, it is a creature, but what kind?
Being.
What kind of being is this with dark wings?
Through the host.
She's a host of what?
Strips.
Or how about this being here? What kind of animal is that? Alright, this is a being running. What's he running from?
None that is yet to come.
What's yet to come? Is he being chased?
He lost his cat.
He lost his cat. Why is he running?
He's superstitious.
He's superstitious? So he's running from a cat? Anything to say before I go?
Have fun.
Have fun, I will. Did you come through the portal?
No.
Does anyone have a message for me?
David Roberts.
Does this number have any meaning? 9987.
To be revealed.
So I have a picture here in front of me.
Yes.
Are you part of the mass-based beings? Who are you? What's your name? How about this large skull face? What is this a picture of?
In yourself alive.
So here is a comparison of 3 pictures of the same entity. The first picture on the left I got in 2019, in June. A year and 3 days later, the same entity came through 2 times in the same session, but on different recordings. These are the middle and right pictures. I wanted to bring the being that was on the last slide to your attention because this entity obviously came through before, which leads me to believe that he did not come through this New World portal. I'm pretty sure that he came from one of my other big experiments that I am still working on. He is quite an attention hog, so I am going to question him about this appearance before I name him for sure. I just thought this was interesting and gives even more credibility to elemental ITC experimentation. I'll keep you updated on future Tier 8 experiments that I'm working on right now. So hopefully, like I said, they'll progress, and they'll progress pretty awesomely. That's the hope anyway. So hopefully we'll learn all about a new world and make some progress there. This is Shara, Psychic Miss Paranormal. Have a great night.